Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. You guys can hear me. Yes. So, sheesh, everyone, man, guys, it took a second to set this up. Like, it's okay. It's okay. Everyone's freaking out. I have to go to the bathroom as well. Okay, so, I wanted the second part of the stream, and there might be a third part just for general Q&A after this. But I want the second part to be talking about the best episodes that aired in 2015. Not like a top 10 or anything. I was originally just going to do a video about this. Actually, I did record one, but I wasn't crazy about it. So I thought it'd be cool to do it live with you guys. And I will look at the chat and I will try and respond to it. But if you want me to see something, tweet it at me with hashtag PieStream. Now, yeah, the main theme is just going to be talking about the best episodes you think aired this season. Um, so yeah, feel free to tweet at me what your favorites were. Oh, we're getting some new tweets on the Twittergram. Um, let's see. Oh, that's just a general question. Yeah, not doing general questions yet, guys. If you don't have a Twitter, you can ask it on here, but if you want me to see it, just get a Twitter. It's okay. It's free. Um so let's see which episode to talk about first here. Um how's about anyone want to start us off? Let's see. Any Simpsons episode on the list? Well, it's not a list. I don't have a list. We're just talking about like what the best is here. Just some of the best stuff. And of the Simpsons episodes I saw in 2015, oh no, definitely none that I think. Um yeah, nothing Simpsons related. I don't think I honestly nothing Bob's Burgers related even sticks out at me. So let's see what we got here. New notifications. Let's see. Jason Lego fan says that Storm the Castle from Star Versus is probably the most epic and emotional episode from that show. I haven't seen Star Versus yet. Man, I want to. I will at some point. We'll get there. Um, let's see. Sabrina says that her favorites was anything in Steven Universe. I guess we'll start off with Steven Universe. Um, so let's see. So what? How many episodes aired this year of Steven Universe? It's like most of them, right? Like a lot of Steven Universe aired this year. Um, how many? Let me look this up really quick. I believe Jailbreak aired this year, like right at the beginning of this year, and I think that would be my favorite if it is this year. Just because Jailbreak, man, it has such a kinetic energy to it. Like that episode is um just so crazy. Like it's I don't know, the big reveal that I didn't see coming just because I marathon the show. Like I didn't even have time to think about the big reveal. Um and then the song and how they introduce us to the new gems and and we get probably one of the most glorious beatdowns in Steven Universe so far. Um let's see. Yeah, that aired in March. Oh man, holy cow, most of Steven Universe aired this year. The everything Warp Tour onwards aired this year. I mean, Jailbreak's a great episode. Sworn to the Sword is another one that's really good. There's so many good episodes though. I like Story for Steven too. Yeah, Rose's Scabbard's a pretty good one. Um, what else? What else? What else do you guys think for Steven Universe? What are some of the best episodes? Um, yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited for the next episodes coming out. Alone Together, yeah, was that this year? Let's see. Yeah, yep, January 15th. Yep, the second episode this year. Yeah, that's a really good one. What else? What else? Yeah, it's hard with Steven Universe because there's so many good episodes. I mean, I like Full Disclosure a lot too. Um, yeah, yeah, I think my top would definitely be Jailbreak. Um, let's see what else you guys saying on Twitter. see. Oh, We Bare Bears. Okay, so for We Bare Bears, a lot of people are a lot of people go with Burrito, and I think Burrito is a very good episode. I think it'd be in maybe like my top 5. But honestly, I think my favorite of the show is probably Chloe. Um like I just I it's an earlier episode, but I feel like it's just kind of like it shows us the cuteness of these bears and their new friendship with this like tiny little girl, and I love how, you know, when they're on the stage giving the presentation, it could have been super cringy and uncomfortable, but instead it's just super cute. um you know, it's like it's you know, our bears dogs, you know. Yeah, I thought I just I found it really fun, and of course the whole PowerPoint presentation being like super um cliche, like just like really like low quality is super funny. Yeah, if you want to tweet something at me, tweet it at hashtag #PieStream. Otherwise, I will look at the chat, but I'm not going to see everything because it goes by fast. Yeah, Chloe was good, but yeah, Burrito was good as well. Um, you know, the not only of course the emotional stuff that happens at the beginning and end of it, of course that's like such a just like a heart-wrenching, tear-jerking thing, but also the episode itself is pretty good. Like it gives a good reason for why Grizz is attached to this burrito. It's not just herder he like burrito, it's, you know, there's a good reason. And I like that he doesn't even know the reason, and I like that his brothers aren't taking away the burrito because they're being selfish. They're doing it because it's clearly ruining Grizz's life. It's not just that it smells and it's bad for them, but it's clearly kind of become a very unhealthy obsession for him. So yeah, those are some of the best ones. I like, honestly, any episode with Chloe is really good, I think. Um, so let's see, what else? What do you guys think on Twitty? Let's see. Rick and Morty. You guys want to talk about Rick and Morty? We can talk about Rick and Morty. I'm not going to talk too much about Rick and Morty because that's going to be the next series review coming out. I'm going to try to get it out this month. We'll see what happens. My favorite of the season, of season 2 that aired this year, Rickle in Time. I see someone in the chat, Ray just said it. I agree. I think Rickle in Time is the best one. The concept, the science fiction concept is so just like so good. Like it's so bizarre and interesting and crazy, and like I like how it's like when you're indecisive, and Rick's never indecisive, and I like how they introduce the concept and then by the end of it they just use it and just like go crazy with it. I like how even though it's a split screen, it's still like it still looks good, you can still follow it. But the other one I liked was it Total Recall? It's the one with Mr. Poopy Butthole and all of the imaginary characters. I really liked that one. Again, I thought it was a good sci-fi concept. That's honestly what I like the most about Rick and Morty, is when it does these really good, really original science fiction concepts. What do you guys think? You like the one with Unity? That one was pretty good too. I was pretty impressed with like the season starting out. Let's see, what else? What do you guys think? I gotta give you guys a second to respond here. Yeah, Total Recall, such a fun like fake clip show. Let's see, anything else, guys? Rickle in Time was yeah. Let's see. Oh, the Swifty. You know, I didn't really I don't even remember the name of that episode. Who was the one with the getting Swifty? I wasn't crazy about that one. I thought it was all right, but I think it was I thought it was kind of like sloppy in its execution, like its story. Like out of nowhere, suddenly Morty doesn't trust Rick, and you know, as he should, because Rick's acting, you know, bad, and then a bird person's like trust Rick, and it's like, why should he trust Rick? There's no reason given, and then he just does, and Rick just magically saves the day. Let's see, Mr. MLG, you liked Interdimensional Cable 2. Yeah, I don't know. I have interesting feelings about the Cable specials. I'll be talking about that at some point. Probably when I talk about the series. Let's see what else. All right. So next up, let's move on to Gravity Falls. There were a lot of really good Gravity Falls episodes that aired this year. Let me look it up actually to see where it starts. Was Was Into the Bunker this year? If Into the Bunker was this year, that's probably like my second favorite of the whole series. Um, let's see, season 2. Season 2, the first episode in 2015. Okay, Into the Bunker was 2014, so never mind on that. The first episode was the Northwest Mansion Mystery, um, which was a pretty good episode. My favorite episode this year, and probably my favorite episode of the whole series, is A Tale of Two Stands. Like the just because like it it lived up to the hype, in my opinion. I felt like it was a good answer to this big mystery, and it told a cool story over a long time with great time skips. Like I felt like it was its own story, and yet it was also just this great answer to a lot of the rest of the show without giving away too much. There's still plenty of secrets. There's still some things I don't think we will ever know. I don't think we'll ever know what the author was doing in that portal that whole time. I don't think we will ever learn that. And I'm trying to speak here without spoiling anything too much. Though it's been out for a while, I'd imagine you'd already hear about it that was really good. But A Tale of Two, or Not What He Seems, great episode as well. Stanchurian Candidate was really funny. Although I wouldn't consider it the best. Weirdmageddon Part 1 was crazy. Dipper and Mabel versus the Future is crazy. Yeah, a lot of good episodes this season. What do you guys think? I know a lot of people like Northwest Mansion Manor Mystery, and that was a good one. But definitely more on the standalone side. Let's see. I'm not answering questions at the moment, guys. We're just talking about best episodes of the year. Let's see. Mabelcorn. The last Mabelcorn, yeah, that's a really good one. I especially like Dipper and I'll just say the author's subplot in that. And also, I mean, Mabel's main plot was really funny as well. Let's see. All right, so I'll move on. Let's see. Meaty Man says his favorites are Tale of Two Stands and Weirdmageddon. Let's see. Okay. All right, so I think we'll move on. The next show, I think let's talk about Adventure Time. Why did this just hang on? Okay. Yeah, let's talk about Adventure Time. Oh, before that, people asking me about Roadside Attraction for Gravity Falls. I liked it, but I do agree that considering how rushed a lot of Weirdmageddon seems to be, they should have cut that episode. I mean, obviously it is a filler episode, and there's nothing wrong with filler episodes. I thought it was fun on its own, but considering how squished they're making the end, I think the Stanchurian Candidate was a lot better filler episode than Roadside Attraction. Okay, so Adventure Time. What do you guys think? I think my favorite of the year is actually something from Stakes. You guys know I like Varmints. I talked about Varmints. I thought that was pretty good. I also thought the one where Finn and Jake, Mama Said, I thought that was all right, but I think my favorite of the season, I guess, and of the year, definitely nothing in season 6, would be Everything Stays. Yeah, and you guys will hear me talk about this very, very, very soon. The video is almost done, but yeah, I love that episode. It's a tale of two stands for Steven for Adventure Time. Yeah, I think they did such a great job of telling the story over multiple times, and I think they just I don't want to repeat anything I'm gonna say in the review, but I think that episode in particular, that part of Stakes, was so good. Um, and just such a, I don't know, just such a good story. But additionally, outside of Stakes, and I have more to say about Stakes, but I'll leave that for another time. I liked the More You Mow, the Mo You Know, the Christmas special, quote unquote Christmas special. Um, what do you guys think? I thought it was a great episode about BMO actually doing something that wasn't just in his imagination or his mind or his circuitry or whatever. I thought, he actually goes on a journey. He grows up. There's a twist. He loses someone, and I recommend it. I think it is actually a really good episode. Really funny too. Like the part at the end where BMO's like, maybe I'm a little bit too grown up now. Um, really dang funny. Um, yeah. Anything else, guys? On Adventure Time? No, not football. No. Football. Let's see. Stakes, isn't that a special? Stakes is a mini series. I mean, it is a special, but each episode is still like an episode of the show. Um, so let's see. Uh, what next? What show you guys want to talk about next? What else do I have? South Park. Let's go South Park. Let's go on down to South Park. See if I can't unwind. I did a TV log on the last episode of the season, and I wasn't crazy about the season finale, and I wasn't super crazy about the last 3 episodes, but I think there were some episodes in the season that were really good. But my favorite, hands down, this season, Tweak and Craig. 100% Tweak and Craig, definitely. That episode was such a great twist on your like forbidden love story where you usually you have characters who are in love but society doesn't let them because they're gay or because they're on warring factions like in Romeo and Juliet, and you have this great story of how they overcome everything and find love. Tweak and Craig is the exact opposite story, and it's great, and it plays upon how now the socially acceptable thing is to be open and accepting of gay people, and South Park takes it so far that they make kids gay accidentally. And I love how they throughout the whole episode you're like, wait, are Tweak and Craig are they gonna fall for each other? Like, are they actually in love? Are who you don't know. And by the end, you don't even really know. Like they don't even are they just satisfying everyone else? Or is it just or have they really found something? Are they just friends? What? But it's great. It's great. And of course, Cartman and Cupid me. I'm not even gonna talk about it, but that's great. What do you guys think? Safe Space. Yep, that was another really good episode. Um, let's see. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I also enjoyed the one. I forget which episode it was. The one with Randy being shamed into. Was that safe? I think that was that the safe. Yeah, I think that was a Safe Space one. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I loved how in Tweak and Craig they used fan art, and so, the fan art was so cute too. So some of it was like vulgar, but most of it honestly was just like really cute fan art of the two. And thanks to the cute fan art and the way they framed the episode, I was rooting for Tweak and Craig by the end of it. Like I was like, oh man, I hope those two find each other. You know, um, but yeah, I think Tweak and Craig definitely might even go down as like one of the best South Park episodes up there. Um, You're Not Yelping was all right too. People keep asking if I saw F is for Family. I have not. Is that an animated show? Um, so let's see what else, guys. What about Harvey Beaks? Sorry, I haven't seen Harvey Beaks yet. That's up next to review after Rick and Morty, so I can't really say anything. But if you guys in the chat, anyone wants to say anything, what their favorite episode of Harvey Beaks was, I'll read it out and yeah, I'll do that. Okay, it's a Netflix original. I get it, guys. No one's saying anything about Harvey Beaks, so I wonder if you guys are super behind or if no one cares about Harvey Beaks. Because I'm okay with just skipping it. Let's see. Harvey Beaks is great. I don't know what my favorite is, but I really like Dad Band for some reason, says Hannah. Um, let's see. All right, well then I guess we'll just move on to Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, that would be a good one. What episodes of Phineas and Ferb were this year? Unfortunately, as I discovered, a lot of the Phineas and Ferb episodes towards the end of the series especially were not very good. all this weird gimmicky special stuff were typically pretty bad. Although if the Star Wars one was this year, that was good. That might have been last year. Let's see. What episodes I had this year? Oh wow. Oh, never mind. It wasn't many. It was just the two actually. Just Act Your Age and The Last Day of Summer. And I hate Act Your Age, and The Last Day of Summer I didn't think was very good anyway. So never mind on that. um what else? What else? Speaking of Netflix, since you guys were all about F is for Family, and I'll check that out since everyone's talking about it. BoJack Horseman. I don't have a favorite episode because unfortunately, I mean, I watched the show all at once, like the season all at once, so all the episodes blend in together. But in general, BoJack season 2 was really dang good. Um, like yeah, I'm trying to think of any. I mean, the one I think it's like the second to last one where he goes to Arizona and he finally goes to back to like the girl he left and always cared about, and like he just kind of hits total rock bottom. Was pretty good. BoJack Horseman, if they know how to do one thing right, it's like how to just kind of show a character totally crashing, totally going to the worst possible places. For a show that makes a ton of animal puns, you wouldn't expect it to portray depression like realistically, but oh man, it does. It does so well. Um, oh man. Let's see what else. Amazing World of Gumball. Did any of those episodes air this year? I don't know. I've watched a few of them. Um, but yeah, I don't really have anything to say about that. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any other shows that I watched that I wanted to mention. Oh. Let's see here. Did Steven Universe? Good morning. Yeah, I think that was just about everything I wanted to talk about. So, let's see. Yeah, Uncle Grandpa, I already talked about my favorite episode, which still is Pal.0. All right, so now we can we'll go to what everyone seems to really want, and I'll just do just general Q&A stuff for probably a little under an hour. So feel free to ask any questions. If you do it to hashtag PieStream, I'll almost guaranteed see it. If you do it in the stream, I'll try to see it, but it might get buried. So, what are your opinions on Be Cool Scooby-Doo after the first episode? I didn't watch any of the rest of it. So yeah, all I have is that first episode, and you saw all my opinions. So, see, I have to watch F is for Family. All right, let me look this thing up right now while you guys are asking questions. It's actually funny. Today is the last day I have Netflix. I canceled it. So let's see how many episodes is this? Maybe I can marathon it tonight before New Year's. Before yeah. Oh, it's only 6 episodes. Okay, I'll marathon it later. Let's see. Will I do every episode of Gumball reviewed? Definitely not. Any thoughts on actually watching and analyzing Samurai Jack? I want to watch it. I will probably watch it at some point. I've just not gotten around to it. I don't think I'd make any videos on it though. Favorite Steven Universe episode? I already answered that earlier. Jailbreak. Let's see. Do I like They Might Be Giants? They're all right. I seem to like them when they were on Kablam. Ridley Craig, what are your thoughts on each DLC character we got for Smash? Who did you want to see to make it that didn't? I thought I was really happy with the DLC characters up till this last one, this last bunch of them, where I'm kind of indifferent to another Fire Emblem character, Bayonetta and Cloud. Cloud is fun to play as, but yeah, I don't want to talk extendedly about video games though, because it's, I don't know, not everyone cares about it here. Let's see. Most hated Steven episode? Garnet's Universe. Gosh dang it. Not good. That's all I'll say at the moment. Let's see. Anything to say about Off the Air and Moral Oral? I assume you're trying to say there. No, I've never seen either of those shows. I've heard of Moral Oral though. Let's see. Am I already working on SpongeBob season 8, or are you taking a break from season 7? I'm taking a little break. I'll be getting to season 8 soon. Let's see. What am I going to review after SpongeBob? Oh, I can't tell you that. What was my favorite anime? I haven't watched anime in quite a while, so I don't know. Maybe my favorite growing up was Zatch Bell. Yeah, I'll just say that for the moment. Let's see. Have I seen any Teen Titans Go episodes? Any decent Teen Titans Go episodes? I haven't watched Teen Titans Go since my second rant. I'm not watching it anymore. I'm sure out of all the episodes they've done, there are a few that are pretty good. Probably. I mean, I would hope so out of all of them. But personally, I'm just not interested in seeing any of them. How do I feel about the new Steven Universe direction it's going? I think we're just kind of on the cusp of it, of like a new direction with Peridot here. It's kind of hard to say where the show is going. I think the Steven Bomb is really gonna kind of set it on the path. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely curious to see where things are going. Let's see. Have I noticed the season 10 trailer for Fairly Odd Parents, Poof and Sparky don't show up at all? I don't pay attention to SpongeBob, to Fairly Odd Parents at all. I should check out the trailer, but I just don't care about the show, man. I just think it's so not relevant. But yeah, that's I mean, I guess that's good news. One gimmick character at a time, I suppose. Do you think you'll ever review or talk about Nick shows from the 80s and 90s, or the ones from the 2000s? Okay, so for Christmas 2 years ago, and for Halloween, I think 2 years ago, or maybe just last year, I talked about all the Nicktoons. I did specials. So I've talked about this stuff before. But in general, I don't review things that are older, mostly because I don't use footage and stuff. I try to stick with what people have seen, what's relevant for right now, with a few exceptions. So yeah, so I might talk about older stuff every so often, but that's why I don't do it that much. Super Gamer, what is your favorite game of 2015? Well, I love Splatoon to death. I love Mario Maker, but I think it might go to the one I just got like 4 days ago, Fallout 4. Oh my gosh, am I obsessed with that game. Let's see. Can I do a video of my top 10 and bottom 10 Simpsons episodes? I probably won't be doing that. There's a lot of Simpsons episodes, but I do actually have an idea for a Simpsons related series that I might be doing soon. I have. Let's see. Pie Guy Rules. How about a review for The Legend of Korra? I did review season 3. I did and I did TV logs for season 2 that no one watched. So no, I won't be talking about Korra anymore. What social justice warrior thing did you hate this year? All of them, especially the zombie thing. I hate those people. I tried, just don't think about them. Opinion on Ren Stimpy. I've talked about this before, but it's just not my style of humor. I think it's done well for what it is, but it's just not my thing. I started a retrospective on The Simpsons, but never finished. No, I didn't. Don't lie to me. I never did that. Let's see. What else do we got here on Twitter? Did I watch any movies this year? SpongeBob movie 2. Peanuts. Oh, Peanuts was great. Peanuts was so good. Go see Peanuts, please. If it's still out in theaters, I think it is. I also saw Star Wars. Also, highly recommend that one. Don't see that many movies, but the ones that I did this year, I was pretty happy with. I also saw Avengers 2. I think that was it. Yeah, that was this year. I think. Was it? Gosh, it's been so long. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Any modern cartoon out there that you think is overrated? Star, Steven, Rick and Morty, Gravity Falls, Harvey. Honestly, I think Steven Universe is overrated, and I love Steven Universe, but I think it has, like any other show, it has problems, and yeah, and it's fine. It's fine to see people be super happy about something. I wouldn't want to take that away, but I do think that people maybe should give a little more attention to some other shows like Gravity Falls. So is there a place where I ask questions, Pie Rules Sama? Well, yes, you just used it. Yeah, just hashtag Pie Stream, and I'll probably see it. Mikey asks, "You PC, bro?" Nah, bro. No PC. No. Let's see. What is my Nintendo Network ID? Take a wild guess. Although my account is currently full, so if I don't, I'm not gonna friend anyone until I do another gaming stream. But send a request if you want, I guess. What's the worst Dan Schneider show? Sam Cat. Although actually, I still only seen the first episode of Game Shakers. I'm sure once I watch more of Game Shakers, I feel like that show might end up worse than Sam and Cat, and that's pretty hard to do. Let's see. Ian Schmidt asks, favorite Nostalgia Critic review of all time? Oh, that's a hard one. Oh, for some reason, I always really liked his North review. I don't think that was the best, but that was a really good one. I'm trying to think. I did have a favorite, but I can't remember it. There's a lot of really good. The Cat in the Hat one's a pretty good one from the revival. His top and bottom, his top and bottom Adventure Time or Avatar ones are really good. Honestly, lately I like his editorials a lot more than the regular ones. Jacob, Captain JZH, your resident mod for this evening, has asked favorite abridged series besides Animal Crossing Wild World. Lol. I used to really be into a lot of abridged series. I was even in one outside of Animal Crossing, but I won't even. Let's not talk about that. Let's leave that to be a mysterious secret for those who are around in the dark times. My favorite, it's probably just got to be Yu-Gi-Oh. I just got to go with that. Honestly, it's the best made one. Cam Woodstock, how do you type with boxing gloves on? I don't know, man. I don't know. Top 10 Steven Universe episodes video? Yeah, maybe you'll see something like that. Maybe. Top 10 tortellinis? It's not a question. Let's see. Do I watch Star Wars: The Force is Evil? No, but it's on my long list of things to review. What's your favorite Rick and Morty episode? Probably A Wrinkle in Time. Do I watch anime and what games do I play? A lot of Nintendo stuff, a lot of indie stuff, a lot of Don't Starve, a lot of Fallout. I watch anime occasionally, not very often. Do I play Aguario at all? No, I've heard of that game though. What happened to my Rugrats retrospective? That's also from the dark times. We don't talk about that. Whatever happened to my DVD reviews, and will I ever bring them back? DVD reviews are always something I did super infrequently. There was a time where it typically goes where I'll do a few at once and then I'll just go a while. It's not like the series was canceled or anything. It's just those don't get very much views, and I typically only do them if I have something interesting to say about the DVDs. I know you like them in particular, Disco Spider. But yeah, I mean, it might come back. It might never. I don't really know. It's a very low priority. Are there any Gravity Falls characters I feel have gotten worse as the show went on? Candy and Grenda. Not that I think they got worse or that they're bad. I just don't think they're fleshed out enough. Seeing as how many episodes they're in, like especially in season 2, I feel like we needed more character traits and more character to them other than I'm aggressive and big and I am quieter and I say some dark things sometimes. Bimo. Bimo and Lumpy Space Princess is what I call them. How do I make my art? Well, I ask my girlfriend very nicely, and she does it. Should they bring back Futurama? No, let it stay dead. It had its time. It's okay. It can die. It's fine. It was a good show. I wouldn't be sad if they brought it back, but come on, like thoughts on the Lego movie. Fantastic film. Was that this year? No, that wasn't this year. That was last year, I think. Really good movie. Oh, wait, Lego movie might have been this year, actually. Huh. My Grenda voice is incredible. I'm starting to sound like Grenda. I've been talking for too long. Maybe this hot chocolate wasn't the best of idea as I take another sip. Not very hot as well at this point. Should they bring back the Cleveland show? No. What do I want in Pikmin 4? I want purples and whites to be relevant again. Dang it. I want mission mode to stay. I want there to be less story and less hand-holding. Make it a lot more open world. Bring back caves. Yeah, I was right. The Lego movie was last year. And by last year, I mean 2014, not 2015. Because it's not 2016 yet. I'm not going till midnight. If anyone has that thought, I have places to be. But yeah. Let's see. What are my thoughts on the Kids' Choice Awards this year? Man, I think I just don't care anymore. I know it's weird because it used to be the only award show I cared about, but now I don't even care about that anymore. Yeah. I'll probably still do a vote, but yeah. Let's see. I'm pretty sure you have to be asexual to review things on the internet. Okay, I guess. I hope you're joking there, Mary. Thoughts on Rugrats Go Wild? Terrible. Why did I cancel my Netflix subscription? I've seen most of the stuff on there at this point, and I'm a college student. I don't have a ton of money. I'd rather, honestly, at this point, I'd rather get Hulu Plus because now it is now that it's ad free. Hulu Plus has a lot of shows that I talk about, a lot of cartoons and a lot of like new shows and stuff. It's more TV oriented, where Netflix is more movie oriented, and I'm a more TV oriented person, as you know. Let's see. How was your collab with Mysterious Mr. Enter? I know this question is a little old. It was okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It was like my first big collab, and it was fun. Thoughts on any Disney XD shows? I like Gravity Falls. Haven't seen the rest of them. Why is Rugrats Go Wild bad? Because it is. Because it's the first Rugrats movie, except with gimmicky Bruce Willis. Will we ever see Nathaniel Bandy in any of your videos? I'm on to you, Nate. Oh no, it was Rusty that asked that question. No. Probably. What do I think of the Don't Starve lore and characters? I love everything about Don't Starve, including the lore and characters. Also, the backstory for Wilson is like weirdly similar to Gravity Falls, and I think it predates. I don't know. Actually, I don't know when that cutscene came out. But yeah. If the Stakes miniseries didn't exist, what would Adventure Time's best episode in season 7 be? I think I already said I like the more you mow, the more you know. I'm counting that as one. What made you go off on that rant on ad block the other day? I'm genuinely curious. Okay, let me set this straight. Let me set the entire record straight. I didn't go off on a rant. Now I'm ranting. I didn't go off on a rant about ad block. I just said, hey guys, if you do use ad block, can you just not brag about it in my comments, please? That's all I said. And then people got upset at that. And then everything I said was a response. My official opinion on ad block is I don't care that much if you use it. It's your personal choice to use it. I don't support it. I don't believe in it. I disapprove of it. but I'm not like mad at anyone who uses it. I'm not I'm mad now. I'm mad because people I'll get to it in a second, but I'm not like trying to force you to not use it. I'm not trying to guilt trip anyone. I didn't make a video like 40 minutes long saying ad block is killing me and this and that. I just said I don't like it. I don't use it. And just please refrain from bragging about it. That's all. I find that to be annoying, more annoying than anything else, honestly. The ads support me, and the more as you watch, the more money I make. More money I make, the less time I have to spend at an actual job when I graduate college is the long and short of it. So it's up to that as how much time I can spend on YouTube. Um, so yeah, the reason I get so upset about it is because people thought I was like going off on some long tangent and rant about it, and I wasn't. All I was just trying to say is that, but Twitter is short form media, and there wasn't a way for me to like. I mean, I guess I could use Twit longer, and I probably should, but everyone kind of jumped to a conclusion like I was doing the whole like shaming and ranting and talking about how ad block is evil and blah blah, and I wasn't doing that. I was just saying please don't brag about it. That's all I was trying to say. And then people got like defensive, and then I may have gotten off a little bit, but like only as a reaction to people. Anyway, why am I streaming on New Year? Because this was the day I had free to stream. I don't know. Don't watch it if you get something to do. Sorry, but that's my rant on people thinking that I ranted on ad block. Anyway, have I heard of Anno Malaysia? No. Any thoughts on dank memes? What do I think of Cartoon Lover 98? He's pretty awesome. Makes like the best YouTube poops, and Doodle Tunes is crazy good for one guy. Like that's really impressive. Do I play games? Yes. Would you like to play a game? Yeah, I play quite a few Vidya games. I play the Vidya. What types of live streams are you going to be doing in the future? Probably a lot like this, just reaction live streams. Maybe I'll do one on like once Gravity Falls' finale comes out, but we'll see how that goes. It's hard to wrangle the chat. Okay, what else? What else? Let me look at Twitter here. What do I think about Bill Cipher as a character and as a villain? I'm still hoping we get a little more backstory on him, other than that he's a triangle that's trapped in another dimension and really powerful and wants to party and rule the world and whatever. I think there might be one last twist with him up Alex's sleeve. But otherwise, I mean, as he is, he's really like a good villain. I think could use a little more backstory, but I think he's super ominous, super like he feels important and powerful, and all the things that a villain should. Even though he was defeated with Tickles. Did I watch the Uncle Grandpa special, Uncle Grandpa Retires? No, I hadn't heard of it. I watch Uncle Grandpa mostly. I don't watch TV live. I mostly watch stuff online after the fact. So, and I watch Uncle Grandpa. I typically like don't watch it, and then every so often, if I'm looking for something while I'm like editing or something, I'll just like marathon it a bit, just to catch up. So yeah, I haven't seen it. That sounds interesting though. Ford or Stan? Ooh, Ford. Well, I mean, I love both the characters, but I think I'd probably get along better with Ford because I'm more of a dipper than a Mabel. What are your thoughts on SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom? I've played it and streamed it actually like a year or two ago. Yeah, I think it's really fun. It's a cool collectathon. Great for a licensed game, especially. Favorite 2015 Nicktoon? I don't think I watched any Nicktoon that came out in 2015, to be honest with you. Have I played a single Sonic the Hedgehog game? Yeah, I've played a lot of them. Most of them, even the ones that are like good, like the original Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm just not crazy about. I don't think like I'll have fun picking up the original and like the first three just for a little while, but in general. I bought the collection like on the GameCube, and I I just wasn't crazy about a lot of it. Also, that fan base. Not that it's the fan base's fault, but like not that the fan base makes the game is bad, but the fan base in and of itself is a whole other thing. Am I part of a YouTube network? Yeah. Channel Frederator. How many subs did I have when I joined one? I don't know. I think it was like 30. Yeah, it was 30,000. No, 25,000 actually. I grew a lot in the past year or so. Thoughts on the Stan dying theory? I think if any character is going to die, if any if any of the main characters is going to die, it'll be Stanley. No doubt about it. I think that's the most likely anyway. Partially because, and I hate to burst people's bubbles, but they're not going to kill any kids. That's just not a thing they're allowed to do. So if you're thinking Mabel might die, sorry, no, she won't. Sorry. Let's see. Have I ever watched Making Fiends? Yeah, I watched it a long time ago on Turbo Nick, if you can believe how old I am. What is the pie guy with the monocle, or the PyCon with the monocle and pipe supposed to represent? Just thinking. I think I call it like inquisitive, intriguing, something like that. I don't know. It's just meant to represent just that's something you should think about, or that's something I'm thinking about, or something. Thoughts on the Atop the Fourth Wall movie? I thought it was a lot better than most internet celebrity movies, internet reviewer movies out there. It's way better than any of the anniversary specials for Channel Awesome. But yeah. For what it is, it's pretty good. It drags a little bit in places, and it shows its amateurishness in parts, but pretty good. I enjoyed it. Thoughts on the movie South Park? The South Park movie? I love that movie to death. I routinely listen to the soundtrack. Um, in fact, I like to listen to it in public with headphones, just because of like how just how vulgar it is, and people just I'm walking by on the street and people have no idea what I'm listening to. I see homeless people and I just don't care. Um, that's a lyric. I don't. I care. Um, everyone's a hero in their own ways, guys. Thoughts on a new TV show based on Tangled coming to Disney Channel? Thumbs up to that. Listen, the most adapted like Disney movies into TV shows are all right. Like most of them aren't anything like special, but I think they do at least like a minimum of good. So, hang on a sec. Let me just ban that guy. Pew. Goodbye, sir. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It could be terrible, but yeah, I don't know. That sounds like something that they used to do a lot, so maybe they'd be all right. I love Tangled the movie, by the way. It's like my favorite Disney movie, to be honest. Next to Lilo and Stitch. Thoughts on Team Fortress 2? I played it a few times. It's not really my game. All right, guys, we're gonna go for another half hour, and then I'm gonna call it. My voice is kind of going a little bit. Let's see here. What else? One of my favorite Simpsons episodes. It's been a while since I've seen any of them, but any of the older ones. I like Simple Simpson, obviously. That's the one where Homer becomes Pie Man. I don't know. I can't remember. There's a lot of really good episodes, especially in season 6. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Hey, Pie Guy. Let's see. Will I do a behind the scenes video? Yes, actually, that one is coming fairly soon for the SpongeBob season videos. Anyway, do I have a Neopets account? Nope. I used to when I was a kid, but like that was a long time ago. Do you find it annoying how Steven Universe introduces characters only to abandon them for months, like they did with Jasper? Well, I guess it's the I guess it's the opposite of like what they did with Ronaldo and other Beach City citizens, where they introduced them in one episode, and then like a few episodes later, they give them a big proper introduction. Like they just kind of hint at them. But yeah, with like Jasper and Lapis, I mean, I don't mind, honestly. I don't mind it so much because right now we're focusing on Peridot. And obviously Malachite isn't totally forgotten about, but um I'm okay with them because we're getting so much of Peridot. I'm okay with Jasper kind of not getting so much attention. I'm sure she'll get attention later on. Thoughts on the upcoming Hey Arnold movie? Um, actually, there's a video coming out about where I talk somewhat about that. So I'll hold off right now. He made me a Minecraft skin. I think there already was one of me, somewhere out there in the ether. Not that I used it. I used Sableye. I modified Sableye for my Minecraft skin when I used to play. Thoughts on Danganronpa? I don't know what this is. I kept for like 2 years. Retsupre would not shut up about Danganronpa, and yet I still have no idea. It's like a video game. It's like some kind of school simulator. People were let's playing. I don't know. I don't know. Um, Least favorite Gravity Falls episode? Probably the Love God. I thought it had some kind of confusing logic and it was pretty fillery. Um, Not that it's bad that it's fillery, just that it was fillery and it also wasn't. I wasn't crazy about the story in and of itself, and yeah. Although, as everyone I'm sure in the comments will point out before I mention it, the giant Stan balloon is like one of the best jokes in the entire series. It turns out that like some of my least favorite episodes tend to have like the best jokes. I'm also not crazy about the second episode with the lake monster, just because I feel like a lot of shows have done the hunting the lake monster episode. It's not bad, but like for Gravity Falls, I don't think it's quite as good. But that one has the Harim is getting better joke, which is of course a classic. I don't know. Maybe honestly, my least favorite might just be Weird Mageddon Part Two, but I don't know. Yeah, I know. The Love God was supposed to have more LGBT stuff. He was supposed to have like I think around his neck he has like the male and female symbols, but he was also supposed to have I think like the male and male or female and female and the transgender ones and stuff like that. But of course Disney ain't doing that. What do I think the best adaptation of a TV series into a movie? I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one to be honest with you. Um, let's see. I already answered that. I answered that. What show has the best voice acting? That's hard to say because the really good voice acting, when it's really good, oftentimes you don't even notice it because it's just good. You know what I mean? Like there's a standard baseline and most episodes hit it or most shows hit it. Um I mean, Gravity Falls is great voice acting. Avatar had great voice acting. Even Legend of Korra, for all the problems that show has, like voice act, like especially in Tenzin's part, really, really good. Yeah, J.K. Simmons is awesome. Unless he's playing a bug that happens that is just randomly in Phineas and Ferb, which I saw. Hey, I saw Doof 101 afterwards because they finally put the last season of Phineas and Ferb on Netflix. I saw Doof 101, and those bugs didn't make any sense in that episode either, and still don't make any more sense. Ugh. Any collaborations coming in 2016? Yes, there's one coming up very soon on my channel. And then I've also been doing some stuff occasionally with Nathaniel Bandy, and you'll see me on someone else's channel at some point soon. Vague and mysterious. Any advice for new YouTube reviewers? Man, I don't know. Just do your own thing, find your own niche. God, what am I saying? I'm tired. Do your own thing, figure out a way of reviewing that works for you. Don't be cliche, but also still be honest at the same time. Yeah. With whom would I wish to collaborate in a video? Be honest, no matter how impossible it sounds. AVGN, James Rolfe, probably would be like my dream. I don't know. I think it'd be funny. I mean, I have so much respect for that guy. But of course, JonTron as well. Even though I have my caveats with newer JonTron, I still respect the guy a lot, and I still would just love to work with him because he seems like a really funny guy. Um, even Doug Walker and Nostalgia Critic team, for as critical as I am of them and their work, I think it would still be nice to work with them. That's never gonna happen though. Also, CR is nice. CR is a cool cartoon reviewer that's now lesser known. Also, Phalis. I'm a big fan of Phalis. Phalis is one of the Channel Awesome guys that I think stays consistently good, partially because he keeps kind of like he does a number of different things. Oh yeah, and Chugga Conroy, which I mean is kind of far fetched, but not entirely impossible. I would like to be on the Runaway Guys or something. That's not very likely, but that would be pretty cool. Imagine if you collab with John. Imagines. Oh man, that'd be good. We talk about the sponges and the bobs. We could review the SpongeBob video games. We could review every SpongeBob video game and then call it quits after like 5. It'd be great. It'd be good times. Do I like Star Wars? Yes, although I'm not like a giant Star Wars fan. Thoughts on Between the Lions? Man, now that's a show I haven't thought of in like 15 years. I don't even remember. It's just I don't even remember. I just remember that that's a show that exists on like PBS or whatever. Have I ever seen the Wiggles? No, I was too old for the Wiggles. Sorry, my cousins were into the Wiggles. Something fruit salad. Thalos got better. He doesn't do the meta humor so much anymore. He does a lot less of it. He doesn't do the dying gag. He got repetitive at one point, I think, but he really switched it up pretty fast. Yeah, I think if I could collaborate with Chugga Conroy, I would want to do like a bingo battle with him and Pikmin. I know he's already done one, but yeah. Or a challenge mode or something. Do I like Rebel Taxi? Nah, I'm not. I don't think he's bad or anything. He's just not my style. Thoughts on the Cinema Snob? I like Brad. I just kind of stopped watching his stuff. I don't know. I found that to get repetitive. I don't. Yeah. Like at first it was like, he'd cover all these crazy things, and it's like, wow, there's a, wow, I didn't know that existed. But now it's just kind of like, all right, yeah, okay. I guess I'm sure he still does a great job. I just kind of outgrew it, I guess. Oh yeah, Fellas now does the old man. Good times, entertainment. Best and worst cartoon. The best probably is Courage the Cowardly Dog. Although Kids Next Door is really good, and so is the Powerpuff Girls. That's hard to say. And Ed and Eddy's really good. It's so hard to say. The worst, probably Mike Lewinog, for virtue of how just forgettable. Robot Jones wasn't very good either, from what I remember. And I know I'm gonna get like killed by a number of people, but not crazy about Sheep in the Big City. Thoughts on the Oogie Loves? I like the Cinema Snobs review. Favorite to top the fourth wall episode? When he talked about One More Day, finally, because that was a comic I'd actually read. I think that's the only comic he's ever reviewed that I actually read. And I like before watching his video. I read that comic as it came out. Let's see. Thanks for all the hard work you put into your videos. You've been somewhat of an inspiration to me, so thanks. Oh, you're welcome, Alex Mason. Shannon Levy, I already answered. Guardians of the Universe is the worst Steven Universe episode. Worst Simpsons episode? I'm inclined to say it only because it's recent, but God, the one with the stupid multiple dream endings and Lena Dunham is terrible. That's not the worst though. The one where they kill off Krusty's dad. These are both season openers, ironically. I believe that was also pretty awful. And but I don't know. Homer versus Dignity, man. Ugh. Am I interested in seeing the Powerpuff Girls reboot next year? I guess you didn't see that video. Um, Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Pound away on my keyboard. I need a new keyboard. Um, Thoughts on the Powerpuff Girls movie? I hadn't actually seen it until recently, like the full thing. It's okay, but it definitely kind of missed the mark on a lot of things. Like comedy for one. Um, do you think Steven Universe is a little overrated? Yep, already answered that. I think it is a little bit. It gets a little bit too much praise. What do I think of Gumball? I've only seen like 2 episodes at this point. Yeah, I like what I saw, but I don't love it. It's definitely aimed at a younger audience, and I don't mean that like it's bad. I just mean that it's I don't know. It's hard to say. I guess it's just a little more childish, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Just in a way that doesn't particularly appeal to me. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. What Pie Guy T-shirt you got? Okay, so I assume you're asking about this. So for Christmas, I'll tell the story. For Christmas, my uncle just out of the blue surprised me with this. He is awesome. He's had a rough few years, and this year he really like I don't know, things went well for him, and I'm so happy to see it. Not that he was like nothing like he wasn't like addicted to drugs or anything like that. Just life was kind of tough on him. But this year I think he's I don't know, he just kind of found a newfound love for life, and he this Christmas he just like blew everyone away with getting a ton of really surprising gifts, and he didn't ask me about this. He didn't get my help or anyone like close to me. He just out of nowhere did this. He knows I do the YouTube stuff, and he did this for me. Got me this shirt. It's actually like a embroidered on there the PGR and the little PyCon face. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at my latest video. I'm wearing it in it, the Nostalgia Critic one. He surprised me with that, and it's awesome. I love it to death, and I'm gonna be wearing it in probably all my live action videos from now on. Um, yeah, if I don't think I'm honestly, I don't think I'm big enough to do merch yet. I don't think enough people would want it. But if I see a lot of demand for something like that in the comments, I can set up a merch shop with a shirt of one of the pie. I'll probably do a few different PyCon designs. But yeah, will I ever make a video detailing my editing process? Yeah, you'll see that in the SpongeBob season 6 behind the scenes video coming out at some point relatively soon. As a kid, did I ever watch PBS Kids? I watched it back when it was just like regular PBS. I don't think they had PBS Kids yet. I watched Zoom. Send it to Zoom. 02134. Will I do a Cartoon Network upfront for 2016? Yes. From now on, I will be doing Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon's upfronts every year. That replaced the end of the year wrap ups I used to do, which weren't very good. But I think responding to the upfronts are the best thing. All right, we're going for another 20 minutes here, guys, and I'm wrapping it up. Am I bisexual? No. Nothing wrong with that, but no, and that's a weird question to just ask out of the blue. No, I am the much hated cis white male. Um, let's see. Do I notice that Nickelodeon tries to be cool with the kids, saying things like hashtag or holla? Yes, yes. Look at Nickelodeon's Twitter feed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Nickelodeon tries way too hard. Cartoon Network does this to an extent with their memes, but like Nickelodeon does it a lot more. It's Nickelodeon chases fads in a way that Cartoon Network doesn't as much anyway. Uh, any more college confessions? I might do something once. Honestly, I don't really have many more stories, but I might talk about my college experiences once I'm graduated. Uh, do I like the Splat? Yes, but I don't watch it that often just because I don't watch actual television. Sorry. Why am I apologizing? I should watch it more. I just kind of forget when it's on, you know. Um, did I see the Nick crossover promo with the Whip Nene guy? No. Gosh, one of the great things about not watching live television, instead watching stuff on iTunes and on Nickelodeon Cartoon Network's websites and stuff like that, is that I for the most part I don't have to see crap like that. Um, Speaking of which, I've never heard the Whip Nene song in full or like more than just a tiny piece because I hate trendy songs like that. Not because they're trendy, just the annoying ones like the Harlem Shake. I'm someone who like honestly isn't, and I don't mean to say this like I'm some special snowflake or anything, but honestly, I'm not really one that follows with a lot of trends and stuff. I'm one that looks at I do follow in some of them, of course, but a lot of them I look at and I just scratch my head like what's up with this Kardashian thing? Why do people care about it? Um yeah. What is the best piece of animation you have ever seen? Like the animation wise, or just like the best animated anything? I think animation wise, I was pretty impressed with. I think it was Avatar season 3, or no, I think maybe even or not Avatar season 3, Korra season 3. Maybe I'd probably go more with the Avatar One special. I really like the style of that. But like best piece of anime that's hard. That's hard to answer. Thoughts of storylines and reviews. I would never put one in any of my reviews. I do occasionally do like a framing device, because it's kind of a fun way to get your point out. But like storylines, uh, you know, I don't think they're awful. Like I don't think it's like never do it, but I'm glad that people like Linkara do it at the end of their videos, and I'm glad that it's kind of dying down because a lot of these skits and storylines and stuff are just they come off as really amateurish, and it's like just stick to reviewing things. Thoughts on Barney in the Backyard game? Didn't watch Barney. Sorry, never did. Not even when I was a kid. Definitely not now. The only thing I remember of Barney is that I watched the one of the Christmas specials where they kept droning on about this song about waiting for Santa. Ugh. Favorite Disney movie villain? Um, I was gonna say Eisner, make a joke, but no. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. I really liked Mother Gothel. I know that's a weird choice, but she was fun. Shadow Man was fun too. Scar is classic. Um, Ursula's classic too. I don't really have a favorite, I guess. Thoughts on Frozen? Haven't seen it, never will. Have I seen any of the Fred movies? Surprisingly, no. You'd think that'd be something I would review, and maybe someday, but no. God, if it's anything like the Smosh movie, oh my god. Ugh, Smosh movie. Ugh. I'd say more, but honestly, just watch I Hate Everything's review. He just summed everything up. It's like the Smosh movie and comedy have never been in the same room together. That's how far away. And not even like it's immature Smosh style humor. It's like it doesn't even have Smosh's brand of humor. It's bad. And I watched that whole stupid movie. Ugh. Ugh. Did I ever go on the Back to the Future ride at Universal? No, unfortunately, I never got to. The only time I was at Universal beforehand, I don't know, I just never got around to it. It was before I watched and loved Back to the Future. So unfortunately, I didn't. I have rode the Simpsons ride, and that's really fun. Yeah, man, I hate everything's great. He's funny. He's a funny guy. Honestly often says, "Oh yeah, I would love to do a video with I hate everything." I don't always agree with him, but I think he gets a lot of things right. Um, Thoughts on the Rooster Teeth animated shows? I've never watched them. I know what they are. They're the Halo Machinima stuff. I've honestly never watched them. Um, Would I watch it if I had a bottle of alcohol? Well, I don't. I don't actually drink, but no, not even if I was intoxicated. Thoughts on Butch Hartman making another animated series for Nickelodeon? Is he making another animated one, or just thoughts of like, should he? Um, I'd be all right with it if he if he stuck more to Danny Phantom and less to Fairly Odd Parents. Um, what's something on TV that really scarred you as a kid, like a TV character or TV show in general? Trying to think. I mean, there were plenty of things, just not so many that I can remember actually. Um, thoughts on Bob's Burgers? I like the show. I do. I enjoy it, but I don't think it's anything great or special, to be honest. Let's see. Thoughts on Abercatastrophe and Channel Chasers? Channel Chasers is awesome. Haven't seen it in a while, but I wish that was the real finale for the show. Abercatastrophe is all right, but it does suffer from. I think it was the first TV movie they ever did, and it does kind of look like it suffers a little bit from. It could have used a little bit tighter writing in some places, but still, it's enjoyable. The Barney special I mentioned was actually called Waiting for Santa because, of course, it was. Thoughts on Muppets? I never saw the original Muppet Show. I've been meaning to. I enjoyed the movie. I saw the first one of the reboot. I didn't see the Most Wanted. Um, but yeah, and I'm really liking the Muppet Show so far. Just the Muppets, the one on ABC. I'm really liking it so far, and you'll probably see a TV log on that at some point. Um, favorite sport? None of them. Oh, actually, to play, I like bowling. If you consider that a sport, I liked basketball too a bit in my youth. All right, 12 minutes, guys. Thoughts on BoJack Horseman? Love it. Ooh, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of repeat questions here. The stream will be archived. This will be the second part. I'll tag it as the best episodes of 2015 slash random Q&A. Thoughts on Zootopia? That was the movie. I think I saw a trailer for it in The Force Awakens with the sloths and stuff. I mean that bit was all right. It didn't look anything special, to be honest. Do I like dinosaurs? Just in general, the animal or the extinct animal? Yeah, they're cool. Thoughts on feathers on dinos? It's a conspiracy, I tell you. My dinosaurs didn't wear feathers. Back in the 90s, dinosaurs didn't wear feathers. No, if that's what's scientifically accurate, then I don't know if we should adjust our media to represent that or not. Because at this point, like, okay, movie logic isn't always real life logic. Like, when you punch someone, I hate to tell you, but it's not going to make like that kind of sound that you expect when you see movies. Even in more realistic movies, they still put the punch sound effect because you're expecting it, you're used to it. And for the same reason, I think that maybe they should just leave dinosaurs as they are because that's kind of how people expect it. But at the same time, if you're trying to be actually accurate, definitely, go with what's the most accurate information as far as we know. Do I have an OTP, one true pairing? No, I don't actually. I was trying to think of a joke one, but no, I can't think of one. Wow, yeah, wow, my voice is getting tired here. Ever heard of Your Movie Sucks? Yes. He's pretty funny. Adam, I like him. Thoughts on Community? One of the best sitcoms ever. Do I have a favorite season and/or episode? Season 2 is probably the best season. Favorite episode is probably, I know it's an obvious one, but Remedial Chaos Theory. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of repeat questions here, so that's a good sign to wrap it up. Yeah, 10 minutes, guys. Any last questions? Someone keeps asking thoughts on Total Drama. I've talked about this before, I think in the last one, but I thought the first one was all right. Like, it did some interesting things, but after that, I had no interest in watching it anymore. I didn't watch it past the first season. Am I autistic? No, I'm not autistic. Thoughts on the new Disney princesses looks? They changed the Disney princesses looks? That's dumb. Was I in marching band? Nope, but I was in regular band in high school. Ben, just a question in Twitter. Ben 10 reboot ? No, the answer will always be no. Never again. Stop. Please stop. Oh my gosh, what have you done to this franchise? That's always the answer. What is my opinion on Information Superhighway? Honestly, it's been too long since I've seen it. Have I played the any Ace Attorney games? Well, if you've seen my crossover with Mr. Enter, you'll probably know the answer to that. I love Ace Attorney so much. Such a great franchise. Such fun gameplay. Great, insane stories. The stories are insane, but also really good. Thoughts on live action Disney XD shows? Honestly, the only one I've seen is that weird gaming show they have on, which is like actually endorsed by Nintendo, and they actually play actual video games, and it's weird because it's like part scripted and also part not, and like it has somewhat of a story, but it also is just a bunch of kids playing games. It's weird. I don't even think it's like good or bad. I think it's just weird. Like I randomly clicked on an episode on DisneyXDs.com, and I just like, what is this? Um, what I think is the worst case of Flanderization in animation? Ned Flanders. No, probably Homer Simpson. Actually, Homer Simpson is one of the worst, but also Patrick and Mr. Krabs. What do I think of the Oscars for best animation? I think all award shows are dumb. Not necessarily that they're like rigged or anything, but just that I don't know. I don't understand the parameters at which they judge things. They don't make any sense, and it's most award shows are just celebrities blowing smoke up their own butts. Yeah. How would I react if Johnny Test came back for 7 more seasons and became the most watched TV show on CN? Once again, people seem to think that I have a beef with Johnny Test when I've never made a video on the show. I don't think. The last time I talked about it was the other stream. I think it might have been the only other time I talked about it. I may have mentioned it once, but I actually liked the show when it was on Kids WB. I haven't seen it since like the second season, so I don't know. But I've never actually like talked about it or ranted on it or anything. I know a lot of people hate it, and again, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But like, I don't care. That's just kind of the simple thing. I think you're confusing me with someone else. All right, get in your last questions, guys. Am I annoying you? I am Rusty. Okay. No, Rusty, you don't know me. You're cool. Current animated shows I recommend the most. If you're an adult, BoJack Horseman, South Park, Bob's Burgers. If you're not, Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Uncle Grandpa. If you're into something a little sillier, We Bare Bears. Give it a shot. I definitely say it's worth a shot. Opinion on Sherry and Terry, the annoying twins that annoy Lisa. Man, at a leaf, you really like The Simpsons. I never even have they ever actually like done anything on the show? I always thought those two twins were just like background props. I can't remember like a single time of them doing anything of any sort of importance outside of maybe just like teasing Lisa once or something. Can I recommend any other cartoon reviewers? Yes, I can recommend CR, Chad Rocco. You can find him on YouTube at I think it's Familiar Faces now. Phalis does you can find him at phalis.com. He does animated movies mostly, but occasionally he'll do a TV show like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's really good. What else? Who else do I watch? Oh yeah. Phoenix Pen. I recommend her. She's really good. I've tweeted her videos. She was the one that did the pickle and peanut video. I'm trying to recommend like more ones that you may not know. Trying to think, is there any other ones? There's what's her name? I think it's the Romance Scrooge. I honestly haven't watched too many of her videos, but I think I saw one or two, and I was actually pretty happy. And I know she does cover a lot of stuff, so yeah, I don't know if I can super recommend it, but check her out, I suppose. What modern cartoon has the worst fan base? I feel like if I answer that, I'll get a bunch of people on my back, so I'm not going to say anything. Sorry. Any YouTube animators you enjoy? I enjoy Cartoon Lover 69. I enjoy Domix quite a bit. I don't actually pay attention. I should pay attention more to that. But I'm more a fan of the longer like animated shows with stories and stuff. Not that I think. Oh, I also love Asdif movies. Not that I think like animated shorts on YouTube are bad or anything. There are, like I just said, there are some really great ones. I don't like them quite as much. I don't know. I guess I just don't pay attention to them that much. Um, all right, come on, last questions. Thoughts on The Secret Life of Pets? What is that movie about? I keep seeing trailers and they're all like just stupid one-off vignettes, and it's just like, what is that movie even? I don't understand. Um, Thoughts on LGBT representation in cartoons? We're getting there. We're getting some representation between Cora and I think Clarence did something, and I think we're getting there. But I also think, as much as I think it's right to have LGBT people in cartoons because that's how the real world is, I also do not like it when they shoehorn in things like that in places where they never were or whatever, or they have a gay character just to have a gay character. I think if you have stories to tell with the character, you should include them. I don't think including people just for the sake of inclusion, and I don't think browbeating creators so that you get them to include LGBT and women and all this, all these characters in their show just for the sake of doing it is right. I think that's absolutely wrong. Like, encourage them to do it, but don't like browbeat them and stuff. It'll happen more and more. Honestly, society is to the point where it's super progressive as it is. So it's only a matter of time before it's just common. South Park, South Park does it a lot. Is there a YouTuber you don't like that everyone else likes, and vice versa? The PewDiePie. Does anyone really like PewDiePie? I only ever talk to people that hate PewDiePie. Honestly, I've never seen PewDiePie. That's unfair of me. I shouldn't say that. Just not crazy of that brand of loud, annoying Let's Players. Any of them I don't like. Let's see. All right, last questions, guys. Let's see. Thoughts on the all right, last question. Thoughts of the channel called Pie Guy Rules. It's pretty good. I don't know. I hear he's just a Mr. Enter ripoff. And with that, thank you guys for coming to my live stream. I will be doing more live streams going forward in 2016. I hope you guys all have a great New Year's. I'll probably watch Futurama, the Futurama pilot, as I usually do, or the first episode of Futurama. That's a good thing to do, cartoon related on New Year's. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing another one of these streams. I hope you guys enjoyed it. These streams will both be archived. So if you missed part of it and you want to check them out, they'll be here on YouTube. Yeah, I've got a lot of great stuff coming very soon. The Rick and Morty review, the Stakes review, a lot of Square theories. Let's see. There's a crossover that is coming up pretty soon that I'm excited about. That should come out very soon. And yeah, all right. See you guys. Pie Guy Rules. Out.